Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting Tuesday night Eventide stream. How is everyone doing here this fine evening? I'm happy to be joining you. Once again, it's been a little bit. I have been, frankly, deep underwater with a freelance project that I'm still trying to wrap up. It's a lot of words. Like, by the time it's all said and done, it's about 40,000 words, and yeah, that takes a while to write, and I got kind of behind, and I'm still not done. I still have about 10,000 words left, but I do feel like, you know, the end is in sight, kind of in the distance, drawing ever closer. But it's one of those things where, you know, on a good night, I can get 1,000 words written on a work night. On a weekend, I can get 2,000 or 3,000 words written, right? So I'm like, I'm about a week away from being done with this, so I thought I would, I've taken the past 2 weeks off to focus, because literally I was writing every night. But now, you know, I still am writing every night, but I'm not as frantic about it. I am very close to my deadline. I'm actually kind of behind. But anyway, enough about that. I'm so sorry about kind of going dark there for a little bit. Needed to no, it's not when is the deadline. It's when was the deadline. I'm behind. I'm a slacker. It's you know, I used to be able to crank out, you know, 50,000 words in about a month, and boy, let me tell you, those days are kind of gone. I'm too busy with so many other things that writing 50,000 words in a month is a thing of the past, or at least I'm really out of practice. So anyway, I wanted to circle up here today just to kind of keep things moving. I think, you know, it's funny, you know, the end of last year with the move and everything, I've really been kind of disorganized and all over the place. Moving is always a thing that throws me out of cycle for like 6 months. And between packing and moving and unpacking, you know, that process is still going on, and then this freelance project, so it's just been a whirlwind. And I'm happy that it's all finally kind of coming to an end. You know, unpacking is getting closer to being done, and the freelance is nearly done, and I'm kind of looking forward to having some time again, which means I can devote more time back to Eventide. So that said, I'm still pretty happy with you know, the first month and a half of the year that we've done some pretty good work on the player's guide. That's coming along nicely. I'm pretty happy to see where that's at. I actually went through the file maybe like a week ago or so and didn't really find much else that I need to do. So text-wise, it's getting close to finished. I still think there's a little bit of text I need to generate. There's still, I think the only thing that's outstanding in there is the work on the Penumbrist, and I just don't have time for that. But that is top of my agenda list for here in the near future. So when it came time to talk about what to do today, what to look at, because I haven't had a lot of time to generate new content, but I am trying to make sure that I'm getting some productivity out of this time, that at least I'm moving forward on my to-do list for the future, right? I started looking at, you know, what else do I have that would need to be remastered, and the only thing that really exists right now is Wolfren's Fate. So that's what we're going to do here today. So I figured today I'd page through Wolfren's Fate and just kind of make notes of anything that needs remastering. I actually don't think there's much. In fact, there may be almost nothing at all, but I do want to take a look at it. I know Part 2 has a monster I need to replace, but Part 2 hasn't been laid out yet. It's still waiting for me to, frankly, wrap up. Like, it's funny. So, by comparison, right, I've had this 40,000 word writing time. I probably have 3,000 or 4,000 words left of work to do on Part 2. And I just wrote 40,000 words. So, you know, by comparison, the amount of stuff I have to do on Part 2 is minuscule. And with the kind of writing muscles back in stride, I'm hoping that once I'm done with this other thing I'm doing, I can refocus that and get Part 2 finished here in relatively short order. Because, all things considered, there isn't a lot left to write. I just literally have the end to tie up. And I just haven't done it. So today what I figured we'd do is we're going to take a look at Wolfren's Fate. We're going to page through the PDF. This is a PDF that all of you should have, unless you're a bit newer. But I think everybody should have this PDF. So what we're going to do is we're just going to page through Wolfren's Fate. I'm going to go ahead and bring it up here in the... nope, wrong thing. It's this. I'm going to go ahead and bring this up in the background. I'm going to... let me make me smaller. Don't need as much of my face, so I'm going to come down here to the corner. And we got Wolfren's Fate here. I mean, I can make it as small as this, but it's going to be a little hard for all of you to follow if it's quite that small. I'm going to make it a little bigger. I'll try and focus on things that are roughly in the middle of the page. So... yeah, that's the thing about tackling large projects is it makes small projects far less intimidating. I just need to make sure I keep up momentum. There's a few things I need to finish up here around the house, but and I need to devote some time on that. But boy, I'm gonna come roaring back to this. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna go through this. This is just a PDF, and I'm gonna go ahead and make notes. This is the PDF version that I opened so that I could make notes. Correct? Yes. Okay. Yeah, okay. This is the right file. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to scroll through this. I think that's what we're going to do here today. Folks, if you have any questions or thoughts as we're going through this, as a warning, this will contain spoilers because we're going to be paging through this adventure. So, first of all, really happy with how this adventure turned out. By the way, if you haven't picked up a print copy, it prints out very nicely. The POD versions are pretty good. Pretty happy with how those turned out. There isn't anything I really need to change here on the cover or anything like that. I'm not putting any sort of ORC or OGL designation on these, so there's really nothing there that needs to be done. The Pathfinder compatible logo doesn't really change or hasn't changed yet. If it does change, I'll obviously have to update it. That's it. So we're just going to kind of scroll through this. Nothing about this will change. That's all the folks who gave to make it happen. Up here in the front, let me go ahead and... so, obviously... come here. There we go. I don't know why. The Adobe Acrobat thinks that my name is I Use the Evil. It's a really old holdover. I've had that for so long, since Living Greyhawk days, that I just haven't bothered changing it. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. I should figure out where it is and change it, but I just... so I'm going to put in here, remove OGL declaration and replace with ORC text and boilerplate copy, right? Alright, that's a simple one. Okay. Alright. Easy. Yeah, okay. Alright, so here we've got all backstory and history. I don't, obviously there's a reference here. Update reference. But the rest of this kind of gets into my own world lore, which I don't really have to do anything about. All that stuff's just fine. Yeah. Well, you know, I used to be a member of the the circle of 8 for the circle for Living Greyhawk. So no, there's some standard check stuff that I'm gonna do. I'm not even gonna note that, but yeah, I have to do a search for flat-footed to off guard, ability modifier for attribute modifier, a couple others, but nothing too difficult. Again, most of this stuff is my own story, so there's not any real rules implications in any of this. Nothing I have to worry about here. I should put a note in here of, you know, I'm going to put a note in here that just says confirm accuracy with continued adventure. Now that some of the adventures are actually more written, I should double check and make sure that these are actually accurate. And not just nonsense. Okay. I think all of this is accurate, though. Yeah, looks like it. The rest of these probably Red Thistle Aaron definitely need. History of Wormbone, nothing there. Okay, so now we're getting into the adventure proper. You know, tower opens. Again, not much here in the way of mechanics. This is just when the announcement happens and the players all get, you know, grouped together. So, again, I don't even think I've called for a rules check yet. Here we got some DC checks, but nothing to worry about there. First map, spoilers. Nothing about the map needs to change, obviously. Nothing about that. Did we? That's probably still fine. Okay. So obviously, some of this. Nope. Oh my god. What is happening? Why won't you let me just select the thing? Fine, that. Check versus monster core. I'm gonna have to do a check on all the monsters versus the monster core to make sure that they're in there. Monster core isn't out yet, until monster core is out, this adventure will not be getting a remaster that any of you see. I do have access to monster core, so I may go ahead and start doing some of this work. Fair moment. Let's see. Boy. I need to... Hold on, let me pull something up here. Yeah. I'm going to move that out of window so that you all can't see it. There we go. And since I'm using Adobe Acrobat here, get down to spells. Trying to remember if Magic Mouth is still a spell. Yeah, I don't think it is. What did we replace it with, though? No. Definitely none of those. I have to be very careful because I have PDFs on here that you know, none of you should be able to see yet. So I have to be very careful about what I open up. Let's see. Illusory object. Mind link. No. Embed message. Andrew, I'm not sure if that comment is a reference back to the old Oblivion Oath stream, or maybe it was the Oblivion Oath, or no, it was the other stream I did. Band of Bravos. Is that a Band of Bravos reference? Okay. Yeah, so it's embed message. Where is that? There it is. Second level, embed message. No problem. Crying Angel Pendant still exists. The rest. Okay. And we got some creatures. Major Demo appears. Nothing to worry about that. No magic items here. Oh, that's... Well, you know, that's interesting. Let me do a search for Red Dragon. Yeah, I mean, it was lyrical, right? Okay. So... Update dragon type. Okay. It occurs to me that the way that this is cropped means that you folks don't get to see all my comments. So let me go and fix that. Hold on a sec. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, as far as what the type of dragon is, you've just touched on a question I'm not sure I have an answer to yet, which is how Eventide now works with dragon. I'm gonna need to figure that out. Here I was thinking that there wouldn't be much remaster implications floating around in here. I've already found like 4 or 5 things, a few of which open up serious questions I need to answer. Pipe, nothing special there. Bit on Wolfren's obsession, okay. Alright, so we're down here in the haunt stat block. I don't think anything about that changes. That's all straightforward. Major Domo appears again. We're into treasure. Potency ring. Include potency crystal type, since there are now types. Right? When's this gonna open in? Damn it! Wrong window. Back here. Let's... Potency crystal, so this is going to work as a... No, I guess it... Actually, you know what? This doesn't change. We just had a greater type, so I don't need to worry about getting rid of that. Okay. Animated oven stays the same. Tapestry stays the same. Animated oven doesn't change. Treasure. Definitely need to change... Come on. Well, I have to admit the outlining tool in Adobe in PDF in Acrobat is terrible. Yeah, sure. Okay. There we go. Make sure. Yep. Didn't see it. So this is an alchemical tool. Alright, so we need to go up. I believe these made it in here. Past poisons. Yeah, it's just called match. No. Okay. Where? Why are you so bad? Why is this tool so terrible? Yeah, we just changed it to match. Why would we? There's no reason to call it. Okay, so that's matchstick. Old wine, yeah. Okay, so nothing else in there. Okay. Okay. Well, we definitely just hit another thing that needs to change, or at least get checked. Check. First monster core. No need to do that now, but we will need to check it. Nothing else there needs to change. Tapestry art turned out great. And Samaki there. Okay. I mean, why make it easier to use? That's the coward's way out. Shove, yeah, no problem there. Tapestry, all right. Nothing to worry about there. Again, another haunt. Nothing about the haunt I think really needs to change. I suppose I should look a little bit more closely at the previous haunt just to make sure none of its rules have weird things in them. I don't think it does. Politics, diplomacy, routine. Let's take a look at the second haunt, the throwing books haunt. Or when the paper cuts. Yeah, no. Nothing there at all. Boy, I really do like the art I found for these. Arcana, occultism. All right, let's take a look at the treasure list here. Map. Yep. Damn it. Update dragon information. I mean, for now, I could just, like, call it a sprite, but I don't know. And to be clear, that's not me saying that's what we're doing with it in Pathfinder. It's a dragon that lives in a swamp. Okay. Beyond the Veil, a look at the plains is a book. That's fine. I don't think there's any problem with that. Okay. So, everything good there. Let's go on to Encounter 7. Again. Check. First monster core, because we got another bestiary reference. Find that. Go up here. Make demo. Treasure. Game board. Minor potion of healing. That's fine. All right. Nothing here. Okay. We're making good progress here. Where are we at? We're almost halfway through. Okay. So, hidden stair. Nope, nothing there. Nope. Alright. That's finishing the first floor. Get some rest. Take it easy. Here's your key. Speak to Havanok. Learn that Greyfawn Nimblebrow is dead. Moments in town. Roaming Ogre, 8 Horse Inn. Yeah, none of these names have to change. I didn't name anything like the Cranky Owlbear or something, which would be a thing I would have to change. Cranky Owlbear. Sneaky Owlbear. Smelly Owlbear. That's the name. That's a good name for an inn right there. The Smelly Owlbear. Because you know they would have to smell, right? I mean, they'd smell like a bird and a bear. Not gonna smell. All right. Now we go down to the second floor of the Dark Laboratory. Seriously, Dark Laboratory sounds like something Palpatine would say. All right. Just scanning. I'm not seeing much here. Map of level 2 again. Probably does not need to change. Yeah, there's no way out. Alright, let's get down to the Hall of Display. Huh. Well... Alright, so this, let's see, I've got comprehend language here. Which I think now is just translate. Spell level reference and trap. Damage. Hey, well done. All right. Frank. Okay. Shouldn't be too many of them. All things considered. Medicine check. Anything else up here? No. First truth. Force damage is fine. Force, I think we might have. Yeah. Nothing protectable about a qualifier. All right. Yep. Good catch. Good catch. All right. Got that. Boy. Yeah, I think that's probably all fine. This isn't really a trap you're supposed to be able to disable. Okay. Occultism. Another level here. Big part of it. That's fine. Oh, hey. I missed a page XX. Fix. Oops. Yeah, no one's immune to the deadly page XX. All right. Translate. I wonder if it's like that in my actual print copies. I'd have to go look. I'm gonna wager it is. I can see if it's in the print files. I'm gonna wager it is. If it's in here, it's probably in there. Let's see. Multi-staircase, nothing there. Perception, nature, books, Sinker, Imperium. Check versus the M-Core. That's interesting, actually. I wonder... It's not particularly protectable. Where are hazards even in here? Hazards, page 98. Alright, so... Yeah. Interesting. So, there is a poisonous mold now, but it's not... I don't think brown mold is in here anymore. I think we dropped all those because they were all, frankly, from a different IP. So, I'm going to have to change that. Alright, so in that case... let me take a look at this more closely. Alright, first of all... there's a mention of it down here. Oh god, yeah, no, oh boy, yeah. Alright, so this whole... Looks like I do have... Update to remaster standing. Sorry, I realized it's gold kind of low here for all of you to be able to see. Placing brown mold and cave fisher. Yeah, I don't think I get either. Well, that's the thing. I don't want to reference a book that's an OGL book, because if I reference an OGL book, I have to include the OGL, and the entire point is getting rid of the OGL. So... No, you don't get to see that book. That's not for you. Alright, Boy, yeah. Oh. Well, that's gonna be a problem. Hey, I mean, hey, at least I caught the XX typo. We can take care of that now. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised neither me nor the editor caught that. That one made it through both of us. I generally do a search for XX. It's a thing you do. Level 2 creature, that's gonna make sense. Let me take a peek here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find something else to put in there. I'm gonna have to recast this whole encounter. I think I can keep the mold and change it to a different poison, but I think I'm gonna have to come up with a different monster to lurk here in the corner. You know, might just go with something simple like, you know, some sort of spider or something like that that kind of works for the environment. But yeah, no, looking at the list, there's nothing there that's going to help. So, all right, well, now we know. So there is one thing that's going to have to change. And I'll have to recast all of them. Hammer's fine. Okay. First monster door. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to include a spider, but I will. Mending is fine. Society, Elamon, Yada. Shadow Hunter, no. Yeah. Well, this can't be a wand of burning hands anymore. That's easily fixed. Fire breath. Thermal insight. That's fine. Okay. All right, we're up to the lockdown lab. Huh. Well. Pick versus Monster Core. Replace slime mold. So, Bestiary 2 being an OGL source makes its inclusion here tricky at best. That said, it's not a necessarily an OGL creature or one that I have to worry about on that front, but yeah, a little tricky. Let's see, we got another magic mouth here, so let me go ahead and put embed message. Okay, now we're into the puzzle. Shadow Hunter is probably fine. Oh boy, yeah. Alchemist Fire, Antidotes, Anti-Blaze, Bottle Lightning, Cognitive Uses, Blast, Combination, Smoke Sticks, Tinder Twig. Oh boy. Almost. Let's. So. The last ammunitions, smoke sticks, and tinder twigs. Hold on. Yeah. No. Damn you. That'll do. So that's smoke, ball, and mash sticks. Yeah, change to smoke ball. And then ever burning torches. I think those changed as well. Item list in the back here. Level 1 permanent item. Yeah, Everlight Crystal. Yeah. I am just going to put a note on here to fix this. Come here. Nope. Fix. Wow. Alright, there we go. Quick spacing. Completely wrong. Runestone, swans. Alright, the rest. Okay. I think the rest of it's all fine. That list is a bit of a mess. Alchemical items, yada yada yada. Power plus 12. Okay. All good there. Let's. So, Unseen Servant becomes Phantom Minion. Mending is fine. Anti-Quicksilver's fine. Okay. I think we're in the end. Okay, so... So, Eleanor, I actually thought about changing Ever-Burning Torches to Everflame Torches. But I didn't want to confuse the common item with the special in-world thing. So that's why we went with Everlight. Crystal. Okay. I seriously considered it. Okay, so let's see. There's some books here. Nothing there that we have to worry about. Old tobacco pouch, leather, vellum and ink, vault door, lock, yada yada. Okay. So, that's that part. I think that's all fine. Getting down into this stuff, I don't think there's anything. Serpent King, Glowblang, Alchemist, Warfighter, Farmer, Priestess, Hedge Mage, Sneak. Puzzle handouts, I'm sure there's nothing in there that needs to change. And then we hit these. And I'm just going to highlight them and say... do a remaster pass. This isn't hard to do, I just need to scrape out like alignment and touch up a thing here and there, but mostly it's not going to be a problem. There's, you know, negative and positive energy that need to go. There's alignments that need to go. That's mostly it. There really isn't too much else that needs to change. Obviously, if anything says flat-footed, that needs to be fixed as well. Same goes here. This one will be a little bit more tricky. It's got negative in it. It's got positive in it. It's got alignment stuff. It's got some incorporeal stuff. It's got a little bit of stuff here and there. So that requires a little bit more work, but not much. Not much. Oh boy. And then obviously this is just going to need an update. Should be relatively straightforward, but, you know, I've got fight names in here. I've got some of which might need to change, depending if the monster changes, right? So the K-Fish all need to change, Brown all need to change, the Ooze, maybe, that's probably fine if they both stay Oozes. So, yeah. But the treasure list is filled with problems, right? There's going to be magic items in here, some alchemical items, all that kind of stuff. Although it doesn't look like too much of it. Actually, there may not be much of anything. That stays level. Nothing there, nothing there. Dagger, no. Spices, no. No, nope. Oh, there. Acid flask, no. Nope. Brown language. Okay, so yeah, not much. And then obviously... replace with work license. which will fit in the same space, but won't have to be so damn tiny, which is nice, because this is just about at my tolerance for how small I think I want things to be. And then back here somewhere, note, add orc license note. All right. I mean, I think that's it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need to change. I'll need to do a scrub for some terms and stuff, but that shouldn't be too hard to do. Yeah. Good old Wolfren. There he is. Just hanging out. All right. Well, go ahead and close that out. Let me go ahead and save this. And there we go. I think, yeah, fixing the cave fisher brown mold encounter is going to be the hardest part. Dragon stuff I should be able to wrap up pretty easily. The rest of it's pretty straightforward name changes. So all things considered, that is like, honestly, probably about 2 hours worth of work, maybe 3. But I think one of the hardest parts is that I probably need to wait until Monster Core is out before I can release it. So that'll time out well, though. I think what I'll do is I'll target that for a remaster release here pretty quickly. I actually don't think picking dragons is going to be that hard, because I can actually leave it vague and then build my own dragons for my world. That's fine. The change to the way dragons work in Pathfinder means that, frankly, I can do something new and original, and it can be mine. So I might as well. But that means I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. So I don't have a methodology for that yet. I'm going to think about it. If you come up with something interesting, go ahead and leave it in the comments or back over on the Patreon. But I think that's about all I got here for today, folks. I'm running out of time. We're going to hop on over to Twitch here in just a few minutes. So, yeah, Monster Core is out in just a little bit. I know that's been off to the printer for a while, and we're expecting it back soon. So, yeah, super excited to see that make its way out to everybody, and for folks to get a chance to have the next book in the remaster line. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me today to do this remaster work. I'm hoping that I'm back on a regular schedule now. We'll see how it goes. I still got to wrap up this damn freelance. I can taste it. But yeah, we're going to continue hanging out here tonight. I'm going to hop on over to Twitch and play some games. So, folks, I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you again for your continued support. I know we've been a little slow lately, but we're picking it back up. We're going to keep going. We're going to get you some more stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, folks, I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Have a good rest of your evening if I don't see you over on Twitch, and we'll see you next time.